So, Oswald, to catch you viewers up, we're going over the history of the Disney parks. And it all started with a mouse. Except it didn't, it started with a rabbit. Oswald, the lucky rabbit, who got stolen from Walt from some dickbag of a studio. And he said, you know what? Keep the rabbit. I got the mouse. So he comes up with Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy and all of them. And they're doing their little cartoons and whatever. So then Walt has this crazy idea. Let's make the first full-length animated movie. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I didn't know that was the first one.
That was the first ever full-length cartoon.
That's cool.
And people call them crazy. No one will go see a full-length cartoon. They can't connect with cartoons like they could connect with characters. This, that, the other thing. Walt said, haha, fuck you, you already took my rabbit. I'm bringing this princess. So, they make the movie, and it is a hit. Every cartoon movie there's out there now, thank Walt Disney for. Right now, we're going to have a moment of silence for him. Okay, I like to talk too much. That's fine. So after that, there was all these movies started coming out. This, that, the other thing. And Disney was getting a name, and Disney became a household name, and everyone. So then, Walt Disney wanted to make a place where dreams come true. So, he bought the land for Disneyland in California, and then construction started. And the castle there is Sleeping Beauty's castle, because Sleeping Beauty was coming out when this was happening, and he wanted to promote the movie by having her castle there. But what he didn't realize was right once Disneyland opened, people were going to buy up all the land around it and try to cash in on his park. So, he realized that it could never grow. So it was confined by the spacing. And he never liked that while you're in the park, you can see the outside world. You could see the buildings, you could hear everything. He wanted a place where you could get away from the worries of everyday life. And he wanted a place where you could escape the real world and go into this fantasy world where nothing matters and you could just have. That's why you will never see a clock in Disney World. There's purposely terrible phone service. There's a lot of things to keep you in the illusion of Disney World. Such as when you're in, say, Frontierland, you can't see Fantasyland or Tomorrowland or Adventureland. It's all based on where you are and seeing the world around you and being lost in it. Very smart. Universal doesn't do that. Wait, what? So what was it? Continuing, he decided that he wanted to build another park. Learn from the mistakes of Disneyland and build a new park. But he kind of screwed himself over because he promised there would only be one Disneyland. So he couldn't make another Disneyland. So he made Disney World. Okay. So his biggest problem with Disneyland was the spacing of everything. It was all too much in one place and all the land all around it. So what did he do? He bought land in Orlando, Florida. But he was very sneaky about it. He didn't tell anyone that he was buying land. He made all these fake company names and bought it under all these fake names. So it kind of became like this scandal across America. Like people were like, all this land is being bought, and this is back when that whole area was all swamps. Swamps and alligators and nothing of use. So everyone was like, who's buying all this land? So, he had his friends buy it too. He gave his friends the money and they bought the land. He bought it under fake names, this, that, the other thing. So then one day, one sneaky ass reporter clocks him and he's like, so, are you the one who bought that land? And he goes, no, there's too many alligators and swamps and this, that, the other thing. He's like, for someone who didn't buy that land, you know an awful lot about it. So he's like, shit. So that's when the plans came out. And do you know how much land he bought down there? Right now they have 4 parks, 2 water parks, and like 800 hotels. They have enough land to rebuild it twice.
Holy shit.
And they also have a nature preserve too. Like just keeping the current ecological, because Disney was huge on like conservation and the wilderness and all that shit. So he announced plans for it, this, that, the other thing. They start building. Then the homie dropped dead. It was a sad moment.
No, he's frozen.
He's coming back.
He's coming back.
That's all the juice are gone. Sorry, Leora.
So yeah, his brother Roy stepped down and he was like, you know what? His brother Roy was retiring, but he's like, you know what? I gotta bring my brother's dreams to life.
Bring my brother back to life.
Pour some out for the homies. So he prolonged his retirement, and he worked and worked and worked, and it's what it is. And right now they are currently expanding Fantasyland to include a lot of great features that you need to be on the lookout for. They start opening this month, and by 2013 it'll all be out there, so plan your vacations now.